Let's look at an example. Pasha spends 40% of his monthly income on food items and 50% of the remainder on clothes and transport. He saves one-third of the remaining amount after spending on food, clothes and transport. If he saves 19,200 Indian rupees every year, what is his monthly income? The options are A. 24,000 Indian rupees, B. 12,000 Indian rupees, C. 16,000 Indian rupees, D. 20,000 Indian rupees, and E. None of the above. So, you have been given a question dealing with percentages and you have to finally find the monthly income of Pasha. That is the person given in the question. Let's do a step-by-step procedure so as to solve this particular question. Okay, so first, as in any mathematical question, you assume that the variable to be found, which is the monthly income, you assume it to be X Indian rupees. That is, the monthly income is assigned the value X. Now, we have to see the question. It is given that he spends 40% of his monthly income on food items. That is, if the monthly income is X, then the amount spent on food items is 40% of X. That is 40 divided by 100 into X, which is equal to 0.4X. So what is the remaining amount left with him? It is X minus 0.4X. That is the monthly income minus the amount he spent on food items. So the answer is 0.6X. That is, now after spending some amount of money on food items, he has 0.6X Indian rupees in his hand. Now what is the next statement given in the question? It is, he spends 50% of the remainder. That is, the amount left with him after spending on food items. He spends 50% of that on clothes and transport. So what is the amount he spends on clothes and transport? It is 50% of 0.6X, which is the amount left with him after spending on food. So 50% of 0.6X will be equal to 50 divided by 100 into 0.6X. That is 0.3X. So that is the amount he spends on clothes and transport. Then what is the remaining amount left with him? It will be 0.6X minus 0.3X. So the answer is 0.3X. This is the amount left with him after spending on food plus clothes plus transport. Okay. Now what is the next statement? He saves one-third of the remaining amount after spending on food, clothes and transport. So what is the remaining amount with him after food, clothes and transport? It is 0.3X and he saves one-third of that. That is 1 by 3 into 0.3X. So his savings per month is 0.1X. Okay. And now in the question it is given, he saves 19,200 Indian rupees every year. Okay, till now we were talking about his monthly income, his monthly spending, his monthly savings, etc. And now it is said he saves 19,200 Indian rupees every year. Okay, so what is his yearly savings? His yearly savings is 19,200 Indian rupees. But we have already calculated his monthly savings, which is equal to 0.1x. So how can we calculate the yearly savings from that? It will be 0.1x into 12 because there are 12 months in a year. Okay, so 0.1x into 12 can be equated to 19,200. So that is the equation we have got, and you can just find the value of x from this simple equation. Okay, so the answer is x will be equal to 16,000 Indian rupees. That is, his monthly income is 16,000 Indian rupees, which is option C.